Good morning. We'd like to welcome you to the BlackUSA.News morning show. My name's Donnie Glover, and I will be your host today. We're with an old-time friend of mine. Found out he has a film out. Darius Waters, good morning to you. Darius, good morning. Alvin, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Darius, can you hear us?
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I can hear you. Like it's a little delayed.
Okay, I'll try to adjust that. So, Darius, what's happening in your world? Alvin, tell us about the movie.
Yeah, so we are right now putting out a film called Sweet Dreams, premiering at the Senator Theater on this Thursday, actually, October 28th. We're having the red carpet event. The red carpet is at 6 p.m. And the movie will be showing at the 6:45 mark. So you come in early, mingle, take some pictures, have a burger and a milkshake, and enjoy the movie for the rest of the evening.
Okay, what's it about?
It's a psychotic thriller. It's about a girlfriend that can see into her boyfriend's dreams, and the boyfriend dreams about other women, which makes her jealous, and she wants to kill the women. Well, she does kill the women in his dreams, and they end up dying in real life. So it's like Freddy Krueger mixed with Fatal Attraction type of story, where the woman can see into her boyfriend's dreams, and he doesn't dream about nice things.
So Darius, he backed out. Okay, so who wrote it? Did you write it?
Yeah, so I'm the writer of the film as well. It took this movie was done maybe 12 years ago or so. We shot the movie 12 years ago, and because distribution has changed since 12 years ago, we tried to get it put on television, and the quality wasn't up to par. So we just decided to go out and just shoot it again. We shot it in 7 days, chopped it up, and we're here. We put it out.
So Darius, what's your take on the movie?
I love the movie. First of all, I love Alvin Gray, man. I think he's one of Baltimore's best kept secrets, man. Like he's really a phenom when it comes to this whole industry, man. I've been waiting to work with him for like 10 years now, man. So this has been a long time coming, but I love the film, man. I love it. Hoping more people come out on Thursday and check it out.
So Darius, I didn't know you were in the films. I knew you do a lot of things. How'd you get into films?
I just love movies, man. So like years ago, we started the Land of Kush. I started videoing back then, and I ran an ad in the paper. I was looking for a camera guy, so I ran an ad in Craigslist. I got about like 50 people responded to the ad, but this guy right here just responded with his website address. He didn't say hi or anything, just his website address. So I said, let me look at this guy's website. And when I looked on, I'm like, okay, like he had like industry standard production. So I then started going to school. I went to ATC Community College in Columbia, took up some courses in production, and then I moved out to LA 5 years ago. So I've been in it for a minute now though, Donnie, real quietly.
So you moved out to LA since I've known you.
Yeah, yep.
And how did that go for you?
It didn't go well because I was still waiting for Alvin Gray. I shot a short film when I was out in LA. Me and my sister, God rest her soul, she passed away last night. We shot a short film, but I was really waiting for Alvin Gray, man. He was on a hiatus. So I was just sitting back waiting on this guy, man. So we lighting it up right now.
Now your sister went home last night,
Yeah, she passed away last night, man. Yeah.
And our prayers are with you.
Sorry,
brother. Yeah, she was gonna help me and Alvin with the Sweet Dream project, but she got ill. She suffered from pancreatic cancer. You know how I go, man. It always got to be a storm, man. But we got to keep moving. October the 28th, 6:30, man.
Okay, October 28th. So that's Thursday. Where's it going to be?
the Senator, right, Alvin?
At the Senator Theater.
Impressive.
Theater.
Now, Alvin, this is not your first film. This isn't your first film?
I've done several feature films over my lifespan. I just took a long hiatus for the past 6 years or so. This is my first time doing something in the last 6 years.
So I'm big on history, Alvin. I need to warn you about that. So you do know the first Black film producer, right?
One more time. Say it again.
You do know the first Black film producer, right?
Okay, so fair warning, I failed history class. So no, I don't, but I'm learning more.
Well, a lot of people know Spike Lee, for instance, and he's done a lot of movies. He was able to break into the industry and keep a lot of his self without losing too much of himself. I mean, when you see a Spike Lee film, you know a Spike Lee film. But long before him, long before Mario Van Peebles, long before the Black exploitation movies, there was a cat named Oscar Micheaux. And he had over 44 films. And this is in the early days of filmmaking. But I also share this with you. So let me put up his name, Oscar Micheaux. You got to check him out. You standing on the shoulders of giants. Micheaux.
I haven't heard this person. I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah, you gotta look him up. Oscar Micheaux. Now he's the Black guy. He had about 44 films out there. He broke through. But mind you, do you know the first feature film made in America where everything after that made by white people came out of, I mean, this was like the mother of all white American movies. His name was D.W. Griffith, and the film was called Birth of a Nation. Now, in modern times, they had another film called Birth of a Nation that featured a Black actor and was talking about a Black uprising. But the original Birth of a Nation was by a very racist man named D.W. Griffith. And that was the movie that had, you know, Black people with big lips and red lips and stereotypes with the jigaboo eyes. Yeah, so let me put that up for you. You got to do your homework on that. Good morning, Rico. Good morning to Mike Haney. So his name was D.W. Griffith. So a lot of the stereotypes, even when you think about the news, when I watch the news, all I see is Black people killing each other. You never see in Baltimore white people on television for murder. It's always Black people. Like, you know, you watch Fox, everything wrong with Baltimore is Black people's fault. So you got to check those two out. That's your industry, right. You know. But that movie there, Birth of a Nation, it set the precedent for every stereotype,
for sure.
mischaracterization that we see today. And they showed it at the White House. They showed it to guests from around the world because, they wanted people from around the world to know their perspective on Black people. It you know, just something to think about. Okay, so let me ask you this, Alvin. Do you know Derek Thomas? He's one of your colleagues.
Yes, I know Derek. Me and Derek go way back, not way back, but about 10, 15 years back. So I'm very familiar with his films. When I first started trying to get into the movie business, I actually reached out to Derek, and Derek was a very big helping hand in helping me move forward. He passed the torch to me in a sense.
Well, that's
Really good
awesome.
guy.
You couldn't have a better mentor in this city. We all we
Yeah,
got.
he's really good.
You know, I'm all for us getting into Towson, Hopkins, Harvard. I'm all for all of that, getting the knowledge from wherever, but bring it back home and share it
Of
with your
course.
brethren. So, Darius, what role do you play in the movie?
This current movie, I'm the executive producer.
And for those that don't know, what is the executive producer responsible for?
We're responsible for gathering the funds to produce the film.
Well, you can't do it without the money.
Gotta get the money, right?
So how has that experience been for you? Is this your first time?
No, I did that before with my sister, so this is like my second time doing this actually. But it was a pleasure doing it with Alvin because, like, Alvin's unlike most other artists. He's also a businessman as well, so it makes it easier. You know what I mean? Like, it's real clean. He has his numbers, everything laid out, and he does a lot of stuff himself as well. So it really helps cut costs down. I love this guy, Donnie. That's all I can say, man.
So, Alvin, my understanding is, well, let me before I get there, what are the challenges facing artists like yourself, film producers like yourself, Black film producers? What are the challenges that you face?
Is that question towards me?
For Alvin, yes, sir.
Yeah. The challenges. I mean, I'm born into this the way that the challenge, if you want to call them challenges. The biggest one I would say is that all the doors are already closed versus for people that don't look like me, the doors are open with a reservation at the table. So just walking into a building trying to get locations because I don't look like Michael Bay or Tim Burton, because I look Black, people sometimes are a little taken back because of the way that I look, and they think that well, I am the stereotype of what the media puts out there, which I don't think that's fair. So that's a block that I always face coming into the building.
It go back
Before I
to
can
that
open my
guy,
mouth,
D.W. Griffith.
everyone's ready to tell. Right. And that's why I want to look up. I want to look more into that because I understand exactly where you were coming from with that.
So have you had any experience with with MICA, Maryland Institute College of Art, or Peabody? I mean, we have some historical institutions here in a majority Black city. You're from Baltimore, Alvin?
I am. Yes.
So we have these, otherwise famous institutions. Have they opened their doors to you? Have they shared? Because they're often in our community, peeping what we have.
Right. No, everything has been between me and Darius. It's been a challenge to find the appropriate help where it needs to be. It's just we're not getting as much support from the city as that we figured that we should. And that's from certain restaurants, that's from certain schools, that's from a lot of different things that's going on. We've experienced a lot of hurdles that just weren't called for, and we've been encountered certain situations. I know personally, I've encountered certain situations that could have been avoided or fixed that wasn't fixed, or just wasn't taken as serious. I don't want to get too much into the details of that, but some things have happened in the last couple of months with this film that just shouldn't have happened.
Alvin, you should give me a call. I have some strategies for you that I believe will help minimize the bull feces that you have to navigate. I have some strategies for you. There's more than one way to... Huh? Say it again.
No, I say you see me over here stumbling across. I don't want to say the wrong thing and mess something up, but I've been having some issues lately with a couple things going on.
I
and
have some
I'm not sure how to
strategies for
handle it.
you. I have some strategies for you, and it is my belief that if you implement some of these things, you won't ever have a problem again. It's complicated, but it's simple.
Perfect.
Who knows racism better than black people? Who knows how to navigate it in America better than black people? Let me shift over to Darius. Hey, Darius, you know we are a very resourceful people, right?
Absolutely.
Between your phone book and my phone book, Alvin shouldn't have any challenges going anywhere in this city or this state.
I agree.
Mm.
And I appreciate you for reaching out the way you did, Donnie. Like, I didn't even think about it until you reached out. I'm like, man, forgot about Donnie. Donnie of the community. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate you, Donnie.
Yeah, we shoot all nets from half court, baby. You're in the right place. So Darius, the last time you were engaged in filmmaking was down at the downtown Cultural Arts Center, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, I was doing some stuff down there as well. And Alvin was part of that project with Rennie. That what was the name of that movie? It was called Hood Dreams or something like that. But Alvin was the director of that film. With Rennie was in it.
Well, I got some strategies for
Yeah.
you, Alvin. And well, let me just put it out there. How much does it take to make a movie?
It can be expensive. It's even with all the corners cut, it can be pricey. It just depends on the kind of movie. We're not talking about a couple $100 though, or even a few $1,000s. You know, it can get up there in upper thousands to millions of dollars. Have you done $1 million budget yet? No, but have I done a $50,000 movie before? Yes. Just depends on what we're gonna make. How many days is it going to take? How many actors, how many locations, things like that. So to just throw a number out, yeah, who knows? It can go anywhere from $25,000 to $2 million, just depending on the script. But making a movie can get pricey.
And so for those young filmmakers out there who don't know, companies like Netflix, why do they have an advantage when it comes to making movies?
They got the money. You know,
but they also have the writers, don't they?
The money to do whatever they want.
But they also
have everything. Yeah, they have the writers. They have the money.
Now, a lot of these were writers and film. Hey, Darius, you got to keep that camera still. You get me dizzy over here. But Alvin, in order to make those movies, I lost my train of thought. Netflix, they have the writers on staff. So these are people that used to be in your position. And they just said, the hell with it, I'm going to go get a job with Netflix, right?
Correct.
So why don't you take a job with Netflix?
Why don't I take a job with Netflix? Because I feel like that I'm able to, with the right support and the right backing, I feel like we don't need Netflix. We can be Netflix. We can be our own Netflix, but bigger. You know, I feel like this is our time and opportunity. So that's the reason why I didn't really, and not to say nothing's wrong with working for Netflix. There's nothing wrong with working for Netflix at all. But Netflix, I remember when it first started, was nothing more than just mailing a DVD into your mailbox. That's all. They grew from that. And I feel like we have the upper hand and opportunity right now where we can grow from where we are into something bigger. Why limit ourselves?
So now you got Roku channel, for instance. Is that something that appeals to you, a Roku channel?
Is it something that, one more, I'm sorry?
Does a Roku channel appeal to you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a start, and it's a great foundation to start and to build into something bigger. Technology, and this is the reason why we made the movie Sweet Dreams again this time. Technology has put us in a position and an advantage to win, and to go so far beyond anything I ever thought that we could go. Right now, technology has put us in a position to win. All you just need now are the right mindsets to take this technology and to move forward with it appropriately.
Mhm.
So I get where you're going. Yes, Roku is definitely a good place to start.
Hey, so Darius, are you looking to take this out of state?
Yeah, we're looking to get this thing put on Netflix and Hulu. I got a producer that's out in LA that's waiting for us to get it to her.
So Alvin, let me ask you this. A lot of these movies are now being made overseas. I see on Netflix they got a lot of movies from England, for instance, Bosnia, everywhere but America, because they say it's cheaper to make films elsewhere. Have you thought to do any film producing in another country? Africa, maybe a continent?
I would not mind. Yeah, I would not mind traveling to create anywhere in the world. If wherever they call me to go, I'll go. I always say that I love Baltimore in the way that it looks on camera, but would I mind traveling out and doing some stuff? No, I would like to come back here and always bring back to the city. But I don't mind stepping out of the country at all. No director should.
Mm. Darius, I just saw something written that said that The Wire was the greatest film ever made in America, something like that. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see that, but I know Alvin was a part of that production with The Wire.
I think you had to go out and come back in, Darius. The connection is horrible. What do you think about that, Alvin? Alvin? Alvin, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Alvin? Look like they both froze up on us. But nonetheless, we're talking with Darius and Alvin. They have a film out, Sweet Dreams. And let me just tell you, making a film is no easy venture. We talked about Oscar Micheaux, early black American filmmaker. The first, he had about 44 feature films out there. We also talked about D.W. Griffith, The Birth of a Nation, and how that film laid a precedent for a lot of the racist and stereotypical material that has come out there over the years. Let's check back with our guests. How's that, Darius?
That's good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got to get you at a stable computer the next time.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm out here in the field.
Okay. Alvin, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
are you looking to go to any other countries?
Yes. Go next week.
Oh, where you going?
No, I said we can go next week. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm ready to go. You know,
And what about Africa? I mean, you have any contacts in Africa? They're making a lot of not just movies, but I mean, you know, a lot of rap, a lot of music is coming out of there. They're developing sports leagues throughout the continent. I mean, that's 54 countries, and ain't nobody the bigger hustler than Nigeria. Any thoughts?
my thoughts are let's get a script going and go over there and shoot it. But let's just make it happen. I'm always the person that's like ready to go. Hey, let's just do it. Worst thing that can happen is it don't happen if we don't try. But
Well, you might want to get your pen out because you just got an invitation to come to Hungary, brother.
Hungary. All right, let's do it. I'm hungry to go to Hungary. Let's do it.
There you go. Write her name down. Andy Vaz. Look her up. They make films all over the world. All you need is electricity and your talent.
Yeah. I remember
you never know where your
recently,
blessings will come from. This lady has been one of the biggest supporters of my books here in America. Books written here. I'm getting more support from Hungary than in my own town at times.
I can believe that. I can believe
Tell
that.
me about Baltimore. So you from Baltimore? Darius.
We're having a little bad connection.
Okay, well, we'll just wrap this up. What can people do to support you?
Right now, just buy a ticket or just donate a ticket to the website, and we'll give it to someone for a prize or something like that. But you can go to my Instagram page, my social media page, which is Mr. Gray 20. That's MISTERGRAY 2020, Mr. Gray 2020. And you can click on that link in the bio and just buy a ticket or buy 5 tickets. If you can't make it, that's fine. We'll donate the tickets to someone else. But the main thing is to just donate to the site and get a ticket. That will be fantastic if that will be possible.
Okay, so this is the best way that you want people to support you.
Yes, please. That's the best way to support at the moment.
Okay.
And reach out if you need anything done. I'm always willing to travel for whatever is needed. Just reach out. I'm here. I'm back.
Mm-hmm. Darius, any final thoughts? You got to unmute yourself. We got a lot of people watching, y'all. You got to hit that microphone, Darius, and unmute it.
Well, while he's still doing that, make sure Thursday you come out to the red carpet. Come red carpet appropriate, meaning don't wear a sweatshirt, but come dressed nice. Mingle with the stars, take some pictures, eat some burgers. Maybe have a cocktail and enjoy a great movie. You put a lot of work into this movie.
So what's the details for Thursday? What are the details for Thursday?
Yes, Thursday, 6 p.m. is the red carpet. Come in again, just enjoy yourselves for about 45 minutes or so. After the red carpet, immediately, we're going to go to the auditorium, 700 seats. We can find a seat, enjoy yourself, and watch a great movie. This movie is really good. A lot of entertaining, different levels and peaks and just moments. It's a production. It's a whole production. It took 7 days to shoot it, but it took maybe 7 months to get it all put together. By the time we had to get it scored and colored and sound effects and special effects and everything, we put a lot of work into this movie. This wasn't just some
okay. Let me get that website again.
Type stuff from back in the school days. This is a real production.
Let me get the website again.
Yeah. My Instagram is Mr. Gray, Mr. Gray 2020, MISTERGRAY 2020, Mr. Gray 2020. On that site, you can find everything about myself, about the production, about other actors and the actresses as well.
Okay. Darius, any final thoughts?
I could barely hear you. I probably got to come back in, Donnie.
Okay. Well, we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to send people to the IG page, Mr. Gray. But thank you very much for joining us. Keep doing what you're doing, Alvin. And however we can be of assistance, do give me a call. I got some suggestions for you.
Yes.
Put your devils in checkmate.
Yeah, I would love to sit down and talk to you. I really would. I'll talk to you really soon. Thank you.
Okay. Have a beautiful day. We'll be back at 7 p.m. tonight, folks, with Shared Spaces. My name's Donnie Glover. Have a powerful Monday.